It's a pleasure to welcome you once again to BDI's 2021 Breakfast with Champions. I'm Russ Spencer from Fox 5 Atlanta and proud to be your host for this year's event. We are so glad to have you with us and thank you for supporting BDI's mission. This year's event is made possible by these generous sponsors.
IBERIABANK First Horizon is proud to be this year's presenting sponsor of Breakfast with Champions. We've been a part of the Bobby Dodd Institute family and events for over a decade, but this is our first year as the presenting sponsor, and we are thrilled to be here. Partnering and sponsoring BDI's events is a meaningful way for our bank to give back and support BDI's mission. It allows us to reach even further into the Atlanta community to help individuals and families that BDI serves. We congratulate all of this year's luminaries, and we thank each of our fellow sponsors for their dedication and commitment to BDI's mission.
This work is so important, really important.
It can make you feel elated when you see how your dollars and tireless hours change lives.
How it provided self-confidence,
Financial peace of mind, a steady paycheck,
a roadmap to self-sufficiency,
a more purposeful life. This work is important, really important.
Family support is critical.
job and career programs are vital.
helping people through the Georgia Community Trust is important.
Social inclusion events are necessary.
Serving close to 1,400 unique individuals each year is epic.
But this work and this mission can be frustrating.
It's not always easy, and the road is not always simple.
But you don't support the work BDI does because it's easy.
Some of you probably didn't realize it would be this hard.
That this advocacy would be so difficult.
That BDI and its program will be so demanding.
Some days you can be torn between the passion for equal opportunities
and, well, your livelihoods, families, and others counting on you.
But you support the Bobby Dodd Institute for a reason.
Hold on to that reason.
Remember, success is not measured by how easy the effort comes. It is measured in what we collaboratively achieve.
It is measured in putting thousands of people to work over the last 30 years.
It is measured in securing benefits for over 1,000 people in just over the last 6 years.
It is measured in 82% of placements remaining actively employed after 90 days.
It is measured in the over 1,000 who received family support annually.
It is measured by the community partners who stand with us.
Wonderful companies like McKinney's operating a cafe which puts people with disabilities directly to work.
Amazing companies like IBERIABANK First Horizon, contracting with BDI for building maintenance and expanding the awareness of the organization through the Synergy event.
To our luminaries of the year, don't stop.
Each of you demonstrate the fortitude, resolve, and determination that furthers the values of BDI and this critical work.
To all of our supporters, this is important work.
We know our world can be better.
We believe one way our world gets better is by empowering those with disabilities with knowledge, training, and work.
Thank you for joining us, for joining each other, and for putting time and resources behind this cause.
We still have so many extraordinary things left to do.
You'll hear about some of those extraordinary things this morning.
Welcome to the Breakfast with Champions, and we're so grateful you're here.
And we're incredibly thankful for your support of Bobby Dodd Institute's mission.
On behalf of BDI, we're looking forward to celebrating what has become a very special tradition, even in the most untraditional of years. A Breakfast with Champions provides the opportunity to highlight the incredible efforts of individuals, nonprofits, and companies reflecting BDI's mission of empowerment of employment for those with differing abilities. It also trumpets the impact that this mission has on the greater Atlanta area. Over the next 40 minutes or so, you'll hear from our Luminary of the Year recipients, each one with a unique story of resilience and personal growth. You'll learn more about BDI's vital work that has touched so many families, including my own. Please welcome BDI's President and CEO, Larry Gluth.
We're so glad to have the opportunity to share our Breakfast with Champions celebration with you and continue an event that has been BDI's flagship fundraiser for nearly 2 decades. Unfortunately, last year's event was canceled due to the pandemic, but the stories of those luminaries need to be shared, and we're so excited to do just that today. The past year has been a constant reminder that none of us know what may come next. There are always surprises, good and bad, that present new demands and opportunities in our lives. Each one requires us to take a breath, open our hearts and our arms, most often virtually, and support the people we serve to achieve independence, self-sufficiency, and inclusion in their communities. When the pandemic hit, I challenged the team here to determine how to leverage our abilities and our core programs to provide what people really needed. As a result, BDI has evolved considerably over the past 12 months. We've provided those in greatest need an initial lifeline of support to get through this extraordinary time. BDI has helped to guide people forward on their personal journeys through digital delivery of services, placing individuals in essential employment roles, and by connecting families to a lifetime of benefits that provide a foundation on which they can build a more purposeful life. We have so many dedicated contributors to BDI's mission. I would like to thank all of today's sponsors whose support helped make this event a reality. So thank you all for coming together this morning. It is the collective power of our passions in support of BDI's mission, which is an indelible reminder that the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. Together, we've made the Bobby Dodd Institute stronger than ever before, and together, we will continue to thrive. At this time, I'd like to allow our board vice president, Tammy Stanley, to share some names of participants who've been thriving thanks to BDI's Workforce Resources Program.
Good morning. I'm delighted to be here with you all today. We want to take a moment and recognize BDI alumni who have reached milestone years with their companies. So many of our BDI alumni are employed by BDI's social enterprises and companies who play an important role in our community. Companies like Cox Enterprises, Sodexo, Goodwill, and Publix. A couple of them are also among this event's sponsors. Each person we're recognizing today began their journey at BDI in job training. They learn the things that matter at any job, coming in every day, on time, getting along with coworkers, accepting direction and feedback. Next, they learn how to find a job. BDI's job placement counselors worked with them to identify jobs that matched their interests and skills. Then they began submitting applications and practicing for interviews. And then they got the opportunity they had been waiting for, the job offer. They went to work and learned how to do their job well, and they thrived. Today, we salute their achievement.
Thank you, Tammy, for highlighting these individuals, and congratulations to all of those celebrating a major employment milestone. To help introduce our first Luminary of the Year, please welcome BDI Immediate Past Board Chair, David Essery.
In 2015, BDI partnered with J&B Medical to provide our call center services in support of their business practices. It's been a great partnership on both sides, helping to provide some much needed support for their organization, and importantly for BDI, expanding our mission of hiring veterans and those in need with disabilities. 6 years later, we've grown this partnership from 4 employees now to close to 100, with more expansion plans hopefully in the future. We thank J&B Medical for the partnership, and we celebrate their commitment to diversity and inclusion, not only here in the United States through this partnership with BDI, but all the great work they do in communities around the world.
My mom and dad immigrated here in 1966. Prior to that, my grandmother was a midwife, and she delivered hundreds and hundreds of babies, and maybe thousands, in a small enclave in the northern part of Iraq. So my family really comes from a background of service. All along this journey, we came from very humble beginnings, but we were rich in family, rich in spirit, rich where it really mattered. And when we started J&B, my mother owns 51% of J&B, my father owns 49%. When people ask me to describe who J&B is or what we are, the best way I like to describe it is we're a platform of purpose and possibilities. And woven into all that is a lot of passion. So our mission of service, of giving back, is really accentuated in healthcare. About 2 years ago, we opened up this facility together with BDI, and it has just been amazing. We have today over almost 100 employees. 75% of the management team are service-disabled veterans. We have people with developmental disabilities, and giving people jobs, giving them opportunities, it has been one of the things that's been really not only consistent with our mission, but it's been such a source of inspiration for our entire organization. I was here the first week, and literally there was just a handful of people here, and to see all of this, to see, you know, almost 100 people with the opportunity to double that, to see the work ethic, the passion, the focus, it's palpable. And it's amazing to me, this journey, it was like we were flying a plane and building it at the same time, because we were both going fast, we had immediate needs, and both of us, I believe because of our mission, really stuck with it. I don't see any limit to what we're doing, and I see that now that we really have added to the leadership team and really fine-tuned things, the possibilities are truly limitless.
I would like to thank J&B for opening up the opportunities for me as an individual, not knowing what to do when I got out of the military. So this job, opened up the doors and created a professional pathway for me to, that's for my future.
So coming in as an entry level and working my way up has been amazing. I don't like to be content in one area, so being able to grow has been awesome.
When you chase your passion, you find your purpose. And that's what J&B is all about. That's what I believe the BDI and J&B partnership's all about. So coming to BDI reminds me of a great quote from Maya Angelou. When we give cheerfully and accept gratefully, everyone is blessed. And walking in here, I think this is what is epitomized here. Seeing the people, seeing the joy, seeing the passion, seeing the mission, seeing the purpose, that's what our country's about, and that's what can change the world.
Thank you to BDI for the honor and privilege of being recognized as the Luminary of the Year at your Breakfast with Champions. We started this unique partnership with BDI about 5 years ago, and it's amazing to see where the partnership started, where it is today, and where it is going. We truly feel that this is a platform of purpose and possibilities, providing jobs and opportunities to people that served our country and also those people with disabilities. My father passed away last year, but he passionately believed in something called total health, the health of the patient, the health of the employee, and the health of the community. And during these uncertain times, this unique partnership has enabled us to pivot in ways we never imagined we would have to. I wanted to end with a quote from Mahatma Gandhi that says, "The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others." And this is what we feel epitomizes what we're doing with BDI today. And we're grateful for it. God bless you. God bless America. And thank you. There's so much more we're going to do together.
Congratulations to J&B Medical on their award, and thank you for providing employment and career opportunities to those with disabilities. It is inspiring to see how that relationship has grown and how exciting the future looks. The future is also incredibly bright for Aimee Copeland. As you'll see in this video, there's simply no other option to her. Please watch this piece showcasing this luminary's amazing spirit and her ability to turn adversity into action.
My name is Aimee Copeland. I'm from Snellville, Georgia. I went to UGA for my bachelor's in psychology. I also have a master's in psychology from the University of West Georgia in Carrollton and a master's in social work from Valdosta State University. I live in Atlanta. I'm a private practice psychotherapist here. It was when I was at the University of West Georgia in 2012 that I faced an injury in which I fell from a zip line and got a very bad cut on my leg, which then contracted a bacteria called Aeromonas hydrophilia, and that led to what is colloquially known as flesh-eating bacteria or necrotizing fasciitis. At that time, my entire left leg had to be amputated at the hip, and all of my vital organs were failing, so I had to be life-flighted on full life support. I had to be on a medication called vasopressin, and over the course of 2 weeks on that medication, all of the veins and capillaries in my hands and my right foot collapsed, and so that also led to the amputation of my remaining limbs. I lived the first 24 years of my life without really having any concept of what it would be like to have a disability, to now living with it every day. So it was actually when I was in the Shepherd Center that I thought of the Aimee Copeland Foundation, not in those words, but where it was really conceived. Where I was at when I was injured is I wanted to be a wilderness therapist. So take people out on long hikes in the woods to find themselves. And as I'm laying there with no feet, I realized that probably is not going to happen anymore. But it was actually the longer that I laid there, surrounded by other people confined to their beds, that I realized this was the population that actually needed this the most. So starting the foundation has definitely changed my life. We've really been looking at how do we bridge this gap between nature and accessibility, and that's what gave us the idea of our all-terrain wheelchair, where Georgians with disabilities can rent out one of these all-terrain wheelchairs at low or no cost and use them to explore our beautiful state parks. So that is my current passion project. I love that at BDI you all are helping people to find employment, because in the work that I've done with ACF over the last several years, employment is one of the #1 issues that people with disabilities who are using our services are struggling with. I'm so happy that we have someone that we can send our folks to fill in that gap, because it is so important. If you're not able to have that basic need get met, then you're not even worried about having fun or your mental health, because you're worried about putting food on the table or just having a basic sense of achievement. So I think that having you guys as a resource is an integral part of the work that we do as well. There are other people who have faced these same losses or similar losses, and it's not the losses that define us, but it's through that suffering that we can actually really connect and feel empathy for each other. If I could go back to the Shepherd Center and talk to my former self, I think I would just tell her that she's gonna be okay and to keep going, and that everything is unfolding exactly as it should.
Hello, champions! I hope you're all having a great time at this event. It's such an honor and a pleasure to be able to do this kind of work for our community. I am so excited to announce that All Terrain Georgia, the program I was discussing on the video, is moving forward. And pretty soon we're going to have a lot more details and information for all of you about that. So If you're a person with a disability or mobility challenges and you're excited with the program, please stay in touch. It is my life's mission to connect people with disabilities to the outdoors. I love being outside. It is so healing. And especially at times like during the pandemic, we need it more than anybody else because people like me in power wheelchairs during the pandemic were like stuck inside. So I hope you will join me in creating more resources for people with mobility challenges to get outside and enjoy the beauty of our natural resources in Georgia. Thank you so much for supporting Bobby Dodd Institute and for the work that you are doing. Together, we can make a difference, and we make that difference through the power of love, through loving ourselves, loving our neighbors, our friends, and strangers, people we don't even know. So I offer you and encourage you to join me in vibrating at the frequency of love and sending love to everyone you know. This is the reason that I'm here, and it feels great to be able to do it. So loving is the mission. I love you all. Take good care.
What a journey and what a champion. Congratulations, Aimee, and thank you for the example you're setting for others. As you saw from the opening video, the work of BDI is so important. Here's how contributions translate to much needed services for the thousands who've counted on this organization to provide assistance on their life journeys. Please consider making a donation to BDI's mission-rich programs. There are several easy ways to support this critical effort, and you'll see this throughout the remainder of the program. Thank you so much for helping us reach our goal of raising $100,000 through Breakfast with Champions.
For the President, Kayla is one dozen individuals that Russ referred to whose lives have been changed through BDI's Empowers initiative. This is a continuum of support for individuals like Kayla with disabilities of all ages and stages of life and need. Have had the opportunity to know her and mentor her. Congratulations, Kayla. I'm so proud of you.
I was born in New York and I lived there for about 8 years. I was diagnosed with PDD, pervasive developmental disorder, at age 3. I didn't speak till I was 4. At some point it developed into Asperger's syndrome, but I choose to say I'm autistic because of the controversy surrounding the word Asperger's. And then when I was around 8 years old, I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. And then the next month I moved to Florida, and then I was bullied, and then that's when I saw my mom really advocate for me, and that really drove me to want to be advocate for others. Eventually, I went to Spectrum, which was founded by Claire Dees. Really from there, I joined ASAN of Atlanta, now the Autistic Self-Advocacy Network of Atlanta. Being involved with ASAA was what got me involved with Bobby Dodd. My work here at Georgia Council on Developmental Disabilities, I'm a paid intern until the end of March. So what I've been doing is helping with the social media, and I've also helped in the policy side of things. I've also helped with advocacy days, which is basically a few days during the legislative session where people with disabilities advocate for certain issues. What advocacy means to me is speaking up for your rights or somebody's rights. It's like what my mom was to me, and I want to be that for others. I think it's very, very important to hire people with disabilities and create opportunities for them, because I think that we can do so much more than what people think we can do. People always think that when inclusivity only benefits that one person trying to be included, but actually benefits everyone all the time. We may be different, but we're also the same, and that's what we need to advocate. We still need more accessibility, we still need more inclusion, we still need more of everything. Our lives would be so much better and everyone's lives would be so much better.
Thank you, Bobby Dodd Institute, for this incredible honor and for recognizing that disabled people deserve their voices to be heard, especially with all the challenges that happened in the past year. I would like to thank Kylie Moore, who trained me under the Bobby Dodd Institute Ambassador Program. I want to thank Mark Crenshaw, who trained me under LEND. I would like to thank Molly Tucker for training me under my Voice program. I want to thank Aaron Niederhofer he helped me with my advocacy, and I was with Autistic Self-Advocacy Atlanta with. I want to thank Sharon and Marina Kay, who introduced me to Autistic Women and Non-Binary Network. And I would love to thank GCDD for the internship. I learned a lot from that. And I want to really especially thank my mother for really being my advocate over the past all my life and helping me become an advocate. And thank you to my family and friends who have supported me. So thank you all for this honor.
We celebrate you, Kayla, and the work you did as an intern at GCDD and wish you many more achievements. I'd like to turn things over now to BDI board member Peter Lauer to tell you about the final Luminary of the Year.
Thank you, Russ. It's very much my pleasure to introduce Diana Weidle, who I've known for some years and am very fond of. Diana is to me the connection between two organizations that do great work and I'm very involved with, the Bobby Dodd Institute and Big Brothers Big Sisters of Metro Atlanta. So please enjoy Diana's story of her journey finding the employment opportunity of her dreams with Big Brothers Big Sisters and the help of Bobby Dodd Institute.
When I came out of college and I wasn't sure what to do, I found from college that I found the Jesuit Volunteer Corps. And so I went out to Sacramento and I spent a year out there. And after that I came home and I spent a year volunteering. And so I wasn't really sure what to do with myself, because I thought that's all I would do. I would just volunteer. My mom signed me up with Bobby Dodd because, I had a disability. And that's when Bobby Dodd helped me find Big Brothers Big Sisters. I'm a receptionist. I also help the staff, which includes the enrollment team, customer relations, development team. I feel useful and I feel incorporated. I've loved working here.
Big Brothers Big Sisters' mission is to create one-to-one matches that create lasting impact and life-changing experiences for young people all across the metro. Diana's great. She's been a great addition to our team. Every day she comes here, I care if it's snowing or raining, she's happy. She's great with our staff, she's great with our families that come in, and I'm just happy that she's the first person that most people see when they come to Big Brothers Big Sisters.
I think it's important to give people with disabilities an opportunity because you should give them a chance. Because they have something to offer, and they have talent.
Diana has been working with us now for about a year at Big Brothers Big Sisters, and she's been awesome. And I can say from the beginning and still throughout the whole past year, she's kind of took on learning her own role in reception and greeting everyone as they come through, but then also really seeking out more opportunities to be able to serve as many people as possible, to kind of say, hey, where else can I help out in the team? And that's been really great.
One thing I've always loved is nonprofits. And what I've always wanted to do is work for a nonprofit. And now here I am working at a nonprofit. And being at Big Brothers Big Sisters, I think it's just a very special place. It really feels like a family here, so So I want to thank Bobby Dodd for finding me an incredible place to be. Working at Big Brothers Big Sisters has been awesome. I love working there. Ever since college, I've always wanted to work at a nonprofit, and here I am working at a nonprofit. I love it so much, and I love my coworkers. They are wonderful. I love it, and I can't thank Bobby Dodd enough for placing me at a Big Brothers Big Sisters. Yeah, thank you so much. And I also received a certificate at UGA, University of Georgia, in nonprofit management. So that has helped me a lot. Thank you so much, Bobby Dodd, for all that you've done for me.
Thank you, Diana. Your story exemplifies how vital people of all abilities are to the workplace and to communities. Diana's emotions are real, and so are the lives of those who BDI impacts through its mission. If you do good, you get good. Think about that for a minute. If you do good, you get good. Showing up and supporting the BDI mission will mean more individuals like Diana finding their employment families, and Kayla identifying their voice, more opportunities to partner with advocates like Aimee, and more community-based employment jobs like the call center with J&B Medical. So please make your contribution now. By making a gift, you are ensuring BDI's programs continue to be force multipliers. You've seen firsthand this morning how people can lead more independent and purposeful lives when they get the right guidance, support, and opportunities. Please welcome BDI's board chair, Quinn Shearer.
Thank you to all those who have given so generously. Thank you as well for spending a part of your day with us and getting involved. You've made a positive contribution to this community by joining in the spirited celebration and illuminating the possibilities and disabilities. BDI is an awesome organization, and you are awesome for believing in its work. If you would like to learn more about how your company can work with BDI to recruit candidates, or more about BDI's services, please reach out to a member of the BDI team or email us at info@bobbydodd.org.
We have come to the end of our program, but I encourage you to stick around and enjoy the breakout rooms, the videos, and the activities. Everything will remain open for the rest of the day. And we look forward to seeing you again next year.